listen close. Truth not hide forever. Hey. Colonel in the O's. Wyatt Army, stand up. Hey. Legacy media all around. Headlines spinning round and round. Selling fear from town to town. Trying to keep the people down. Lies and fake news every day. Misinformation on display. Disinformation lights the way, leading sheep so far astray. Little lambs in line, trusting everyone in sign, marching where them say is fine, never asking who designed. Truth gets traded for political gain, again and again and again, while ordinary people feel the strain, caught in somebody else's game. Resistance is futile, them say. Just obey what you're told today, but the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, it never dies. Them divide people left and right, turning neighbors into fights, clouding up what should be bright, hiding facts out of sight. They use people then discard, push narratives strong and hard. When the evidence leaves them scarred, them simply move the goalposts yard by yard. Cognitive dissonance in the air, contradictions everywhere, yet some still pretend not to care. Like the emperors got close to it. But the movement's growing every day, not from rage and not from hate, just folks who choose to investigate before it's far too late. Resistance is futile, them say. Just obey what you're told today, but the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on, hey, it never dies. Come and get a daily dose of reality. No hysteria, no manufactured tragedy. Take a little break from propaganda and insanity, and step into a place of clarity. Inoculation against fake news infection. Yellow journalism without direction. Question everything, make your own inspection. Truth should never fear examination. Join the colonel, hear the story. Without all the money, facts should glory. Facts before ideology, that's the art of honest reporting. The Wyatt Army isn't just a name, it's ordinary people in the game, thinking freely, not seeking fame, refusing to be led by shame. Just chill, relax and hear the scene, see what all the headlines mean. Objectivity sharp and clean like a river flowing crystal green. No need for panic, no need for fear. Take a look and make it clear. When the facts and evidence appear, the signal rises through the smear. Resistance is futile, them clear, yet more people question all the same. Searching truth beyond the frame, and refusing to play the game. Resistance is futile, no more. People knocking on reality's door, seeking facts they're looking for, and finding what they can't ignore. Yeah man, truth shines brighter than confusion. The noise fades, the facts remain. Colonel Chris and the Wyatt Army, keeping it cool, keeping it real. Resistance is futile when the truth is coming true. Fade out. Truth, 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 truth. Ooh, truth, truth. Ah, da, 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 da. Truth, 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 truth.
Sunday night, July 12th, 2026. Welcome back to the program, folks. Chris live in Central Pennsylvania. Looks like for the moment the internet mess is sorted. Central Pennsylvania. This is third broadcast today, the first two. This will be the proof in the pudding if it happens tonight. Tonight, if this works, then we'll know that the problem is resolved. At least we think it will be, because we've had a situation where I'm okay during the day, and then this time of night it starts acting up, especially close to midnight. And then it acts up during the day. Notice the time is correct on my Chinese clock. I fixed it again. Anyway, welcome back. So I need to produce a video about some stuff I'm going to talk a little bit about tonight. These people, there's false prophets giving false hope to people. I mentioned earlier today. I'm going to make a video about that tonight. How they're misleading people and they're harming and giving hope to people that no longer have an opportunity. It's unfortunate, but it is the reality that's happening. So welcome back to the program this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dawn Janssen from Rendsburg, welcome to Rolinda, CB, Nicola, hello, Ian Moon, Heidi, Debbie Ackerman. Who else we got there? Nicola's going into the hospital with her daughter. I met your daughter, didn't I? Heidi, hello to you. Henry Swanepoel, Ian Moon, Karen Laga, how are the cats? Angelique, Last Domino. Who else we got here? I don't know if there's an attempt on Trump's life. There's been discussion about it. There's a lot of rumors floating around. It seems that it turns out that that Lindsey Graham died from aortic tear from cardiac disease. He had heart disease and he had aortic tear. So another reason to keep yourself healthy and keep your heart healthy. Jared Horn, welcome to Neff. Mental Chewing Gum, Dylan Combrick. Happy Chappy, Amelia Lowe. Sedgefield is in from the Garden Route. Nicola says she hasn't missed one show, just hasn't been able to chat. Well, thank you, Nicola. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for the loyal viewers. I really am. Some of you are just really here all the time, regardless of what's going on in your life, and I'm grateful for that. Also, some people received ineligibility letters, and they've remained viewers. I'm especially grateful for those folks who are having a less than ideal time in their lives. I appreciate your situation, and thank you for your loyalty to my program. After all, this is not a refugee channel. It is a news and information channel and entertainment. The refugee thing is just one of the many things we cover. Yolan, Chemare to you. Veroshka's here. Hey, Veroshka, long time no see. Jean Bobby Jean is here. Alan McGill says he knows these people in the Middle East. Well, so do I. I spent a lot of my life in the Middle East. Far more than I'd like to spend. Israel, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Tunisia, other places. Spook is back. Welcome to you. A long time no see. Okay, Lorraine, Data Gecko, Madeline, Cecil Kruger, Francois and Lau. Film with Hannes. We'll have an interview with Film with Hannes tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 8 o'clock South Africa time. 2 refugee interviews on Monday, the 13th of July. 2, as a consequence of my internet crapping out on me over the weekend. The rescheduled one from Friday and the rescheduled one from Sunday will be taking place tomorrow. First one is 10:30 with someone in New England. It's an anonymous one. We'll make up a name for that person. And then Film with Hannes. We have Hannes in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Shani Wasserman, hello to you. Welcome, Shani. And then Charissa 787 Dreamliner. Oh, my favorite commercial plane. Sue Marie. Although I got to tell you, the Airbus built by Bombardier is really vying for my attention. I really enjoyed that flight, but the 787 is really nice for long distance. Alex is in. Alex, what's going on, man? How are things with you? What's going on with Jared? Is he making progress? Going to find a place of his own, maybe? Peter Talliard, how's it going? Gus, I was talking to a young lady tonight who I asked you to help out, and we were talking about something going on up there without going into too much detail. And she's very grateful. She said, Gus and Tunny Carol are amazing people. So hats off to Gus. Look at that, 2 Americans back to back in there. Oh my goodness, Ronell. There's Ronell. How you doing? It's been a while. Love the puffin. Always love the puffin. Henny Harmza, welcome to you. Okay. And then Angelique is here. Okay. Hot week, over 105. You must be in Texas. It's 73 degrees Fahrenheit here right now. It's lovely outside, although the humidity's higher than I would like it to be. Miss V is back. Good to see you. How you doing? Miss V, 100 Rand. All right. Thank you so much. And Balui, hello to you. Welcome, everybody. I think I've gone through, Arnie Brands I missed there, but Virtual Western Cape, I think I got almost there. In Phoenix. Gosh, I missed a couple there at the end. Yes, anyway, so, excuse me. Wow, what a crazy week with no internet, running around, filming things in the sun, melting, recording things on my computer, editing there, then loading them onto my phone to upload on a mobile network and disclosed in a location not disclosed, not too far away. Crazy week, very frustrating. And I've fallen behind taking care of some things I need to do here in the studio, which I do need to take care of a number of things here. I'm working on that, but I've already been putting together things that I need for this trip, so that's working out well. Sunny Jacksonville. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me Jacksonville. That is hot and probably humid too because it's Florida. Ick. You all wanted the South. You want Texas. You want Florida. You can have it. I told you. See, now you get there. Now you know better. Now you know better. Everybody, I want to go to Florida. I want to go to Texas. Well, you can have those places, man. But they're conservative. They're red states. Well, you know what? Every state's a red state except places like Connecticut and San Francisco. But yeah. Karen Janssen from Rendsburg, hello to you from Mississippi. Oh my goodness, someone else is here now. Mississippi, Mississippi. Yeah, learning how to spell it in primary school. Yep. Oh, Alex and Gus and Carol, all thanks. They all help South Africans. They're good people. Raining in Texas much of the weekend, pleasant change. Yeah, I bet it is nice from the heat. Plus, you could probably recharge the water tables necessary. Thanks for the 100 Rand, Miss V. All right, so see this? You go for a couple days and the audience shrinks. We're at 79 now after 11 minutes. Maybe it'll grow. Just south of hell, Las Vegas. Yeah, but the thing about Las Vegas is you just stay inside in the air conditioning all day. You'd be looking towards Maine. Yeah. Yeah, but you got to watch the mozzies. The mozzies are bad in the summertime up there. Miss V, guess you made you said, did you make it here like a month ago, Miss V? Or am I confusing things? And where are you at? Where are you at, Miss V? Another one. Wow, more and more people making it over here. I'm really grateful. Look, those of you who made it to U.S., you always wanted, what can I do to help the Colonel? Well, you can watch my program in the States and watch the ads, even if you don't have Super Chat money. Oregon's lovely, but Oregon is also land of fruits and nuts. It's a bunch of lunatics, particularly around Portland. But it's a lovely state. Eastern Oregon's gorgeous. Yep. Yeah, I liked it out there. Indiana. Well, Indiana's a rational place, but I'd stay away from places like Gary, south side Chicago. But other than that, Indiana's pretty good. Richmond, Indiana's not bad. Indianapolis is not bad. Okay. Yep, air conditioning. Yep. Monsoon seems coming. Sounds interesting. We don't get monsoons in the United States. We don't get monsoons. Nope, that's a Southeast Asia thing. We don't get monsoons. We get hurricanes. We don't get monsoons. Yep. You need a smoke. Okay. Crypto Noob is back. How you doing, man? Yeah, so, of course, it's night out, so you guys can, if you want to talk about something. I was just watching the Indiana Fever, and Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hall, Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Sophie Cunningham beat up on the Las Vegas Aces. They beat them by like 30 points. Congratulations. Good game. So Caitlin only had 12 points, but she's limited time for injuries. So, yep. So many lunatics here in Portland. I need to get out of here. It was just 1 month in a hotel since we got here. Housing crisis. Well, but the unfortunate housing crisis all over the country because 30 million criminal alien invaders remain in our midst. They must be kicked out of this country. They've been sucking up housing. See, that's the thing they never talk about. Oh, there's no housing in California. Yeah, because you have millions of illegals that are occupying housing that would otherwise be available in the housing pool for legitimate people who belong here. We have a housing crisis. We have a housing crisis because of people like Obama and because of Joe Biden flooding this country with criminal alien invaders. That's why we have housing crisis. It's not because we don't build enough housing. Criminy, we're building houses everywhere here. It's nuts. Saw Sophie was at UFC. Oh, yeah, she was. Yeah, and the people are losing their minds. Yeah, Sophie Cunningham is gorgeous, Heidi. She is drop dead gorgeous. They're calling her MAGA Barbie. I love it. Republican government, first time in 50 years. Wow, Light Rain. That's interesting. But you're in Washington State, not Northwest. Oregon, we're electing a Republican governor. That I'll believe when I see it. Those people are just, I've always hated Portland. That's an idiotic place run by morons who limit growth, and they're just ridiculous. Well, that's good. The International Rescue Committee is paying for the hotel. That's good. Yep. Cool. Anyway, so 90 now. Audience growing slowly. All right, so let's take a look at some of the things I want to talk about tonight. South Africa says more than 53,000 criminal alien invaders have been repatriated, have been deported. Meanwhile, domestic terrorist thugs are walking around with their knob carries, their sticks, threatening people left and right. And the government of South Africa is, please don't beat up on foreigners. Rally. Begging the public not to be domestic terrorists. Oh my goodness. What an embarrassing government. Richard Kagu, global news reporter in Nairobi, reports that South Africa says more than 53,000 deported. South African government says more than 53,000 foreign nationals have been deported or repatriated since relaunching the migration management campaign 5 weeks ago. Most came from Malawi, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. Protests demanding tighter border controls, mass deportations, accuse migrants of contributing to high unemployment, rising crime rates, and collapse of public services. All things that are direct responsibility of the government of South Africa, led by the African National Congress. We are striving to achieve an orderly and regular migration that is mindful and sensitive to concerns raised by our people while observing human rights and dignity of all people in our country. Mamaloko Kubai. Yeah, whatever, sweetheart. Yeah, they come back, Henry. That's the problem because there's no border control. U.S. has launched massive strikes on Iran as the two nations disagree over the status of Hormuz. U.S. military launched a round of strikes against Iran this evening as Washington sought to disrupt the Islamist regime's control over the Strait of Hormuz. Central Command wrote in a social media post, the latest round of strikes began at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That would be 6 hours ago, and were intended to degrade Iran's capacity to attack civilian mariners and commercial ships freely transiting the Strait of Hormuz. Well, we'll see if it pays off. U.S. and Iran trade new rounds of attacks and fight over the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. launched multiple rounds of strikes on Iranian targets while Iran attacked civilian ships in the key waterway. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps forces began shooting at civilian ships moving through the waterway. U.S. aircraft shot down an Iranian cruise missile and a one-way attack drone. So what they have available is being reduced. It's getting fewer and fewer options. There's a missile intercepted over Qatar. Whatever you see on the internet about Portland's 10 times worse than it looks. I've been to Portland. It is, you're right, I agree with you, Baloo. It was already 10 times worse when I was there last time, and that was decades ago. So, Tinderbox, once you have a mob, you lose control. I hope the tempers will settle down. Well, let's hope. U.S. bombs Tehran, or Iranian city, as the Hormuz standoff intensifies. The IRGC says that it's targeted several facilities at the Sheikh Issa Air Base in Bahrain. In a statement, they said its aerospace forces struck helicopter maintenance facilities, a hangar housing P-8 aircraft, and U.S. military drone and command and control center. Dozens of targets hit Iran, including air defense systems. They completed the attacks as of 40 minutes ago at 2:37 Greenwich Mean Time. Iran claimed they attacked a Jordanian air base. Meanwhile, plots are ongoing. Walt says Iran has operatives in the U.S. trying to assassinate President Trump. Top Trump administration officials confirmed that President Trump faces active and ongoing threats to his life from Iranian operatives within the U.S. Well, I won't get into specific intelligence, but this regime, going all the way up to the Ayatollah, has plotted to kill President Trump for many years, U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Mike Waltz said on ABC's This Week. They have operatives here in the U.S. Plots are ongoing, but our intelligence community, FBI, and law enforcement are absolutely on top of it. Make no mistake, the Iranian regime is trying to kill President Trump and those around him. It's just unacceptable on so many levels. Trump issued a warning last week to Iran, a Truth Social post saying 1,000 missiles are locked and loaded and aimed at the Republic of Iran, with thousands more to immediately follow should they act on their threat to assassinate him. Wow. We'll see. Former Spanish Prime Minister criticized for xenophobic remark on French World Cup team. The former Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy, who was ousted on a vote of no confidence back in 2018, was criticized for calling the French national side not French. He's right. Mariano Rajoy has drawn criticism for an opinion piece in Spanish website El Debate ahead of the World Cup semifinal. Spain's conservative former prime minister is facing criticism at home and in neighboring France after saying their national football team had no French players. It was an opinion piece published online. Though there are still those who still measure belonging by surname, by place of birth, or skin color, others measure by the roots in the community and are will to contribute to it, socialist leader of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, said. Spain belongs to those who love and work for it, not to those who shame it with xenophobic statements. French politicians have also lashed out his comment. Interior Minister Laurent Nunez told French channel BFM-BT that it was absolutely unacceptable. Communist Party leader Fabien Roussel compared Rajoy's comment to widely criticized remarks by Paraguayan Senator Celeste Amarella. She said after Paraguay's elimination by France around 16 that star player Kylian Mbappe was a colonialized Cameroonian who was really pretending to be French. They just can't stop themselves from slinging this disgusting racism, Roussel said. Anti-discrimination Minister Aurore Berge denounced the repeated racist outburst. It's time they stopped and that sport becomes sporting in a place where you're judging your talent by no other criteria. No. You're judged on your nationality. You don't get to play for any team in the world just because you want to. That's the biggest problem with FIFA. All these people who aren't nationals, who aren't people from that ethnic group, are playing for these countries. It's utter wrong. They're not French. Yeah, they're not French. Look at that. Look at that. That's a French team. This is just like the last time. That's not French. That's Team West Africa and an Arab. There's a North African and a bunch of West Africans in there and one French guy in the corner. That's it. One French guy. And they have no shame claiming this is a French team. Every time Les Bleus win, the same racist obsessions and insults reemerge. France has no skin color or religion, said French Socialist Party leader Olivier Faure on X. Oh, but it does. Oh, but it does. All the players on the French team are French. Of the 26 players, 23 were born in France. The 3 others who were born abroad are also French. Well, being born in France doesn't make you French. It may make you a French national, but it doesn't make you French. It's not a xenophobic comic. It's correct, Heidi. It wasn't xenophobic. It wasn't racist. It's a statement of fact. Yep. Argentina fans are accused of violence and racism by Cape Verde supporters a few days ago. Footballers of African descent are often subjected to racist abuse on and off the pitch. Well, calling Mbappe a punk, which is what he is, isn't racist. It's a statement of fact. Look at the arrogance as he approaches a Paraguayan player. French footballer Kylian Mbappe was hit back at a Paraguayan center over racist remarks she made over the weekend. And they just call anything that's attacking these people and complaining about them as racist. In a series of racist comments posted next aimed at French striker, mocked his Cameroon roots as well as upbringing, appearance, and education. Well, his appearance and his education, that's not a racist comment, you dingbat. She accused Mbappe of gender-based violence against her in his response to her insults. She demanded an apology. So, Madame Celeste Amarilla, you're a despicable woman, unworthy of your position, the footballer wrote in a post that included. Well, she's just as wrong as he is. They're both idiots. He's an asshat. That guy is a punk. He's a thug. He's an asshat. Why is Trevor Noah wearing a U.S. rugby jersey? We don't want you. We don't want you, Trevor Noah. Take your racism back to South Africa. Lindsey Graham, longtime Republican senator, dies at the age of 71. Longtime Republican senator, former presidential candidate, and most recently a hawkish advocate for the war in Iran, has died early Sunday morning. He was 71. Close ally of President Trump, he died after brief and sudden illness. He'd been in the Ukraine on Friday to meet with President Zelensky and to return home to Washington. Here he is on Friday, and now he's dead. Wow, life is so fickle. Speaking on Friday in Kiev, and here he is dead now. That's crazy. Total shock and disbelief at the loss of a great American, said Senator Bernie Moreno of Ohio. His death temporarily leaves the Republican majority at 52-47. Republicans are also missing Senator Mitch McConnell, who is out due to illness. There he is when he was the impeachment manager for the House during the impeachment trial of President Bill Clinton. Or he was a senator already then, not House. In his office at the Capitol building during the Clinton impeachment trial. With George Bush in 2002. 2006. Areas with John McCain in 2008. With Trump on Air Force One earlier this year. Out with golfing and Trump in 2020. There he is, walking through the Dirksen Senate building in 2022. Senator Lindsey Graham, dead at 71. He died of an aortic tear, according to preliminary findings. Senator Lindsey Graham died of an aortic tear due to cardiovascular disease, according to preliminary findings by the District of Columbia Medical Examiner. Graham's office announced the findings Sunday and said a death certificate will remain pending until all toxicological and microscopic testing is completed. Could take weeks. Emergency responders sent to Graham's home on Saturday night performed CPR on an individual suffering from cardiac arrest. Shortly after 8:30 Saturday, D.C.'s fire and EMS responded to a report of chest pains at a home on South Capitol Street, a few blocks south of the U.S. Capitol. The public records list is one of Graham's addresses. Minutes later, officials radioed that a caller reached 911. An unidentified woman who said she was in the home, was driving from Baltimore to the address, had told dispatchers his front door was unlocked. Crews on the scene reported the deadbolt was secured, and they said they were getting no answer. At 8:35, after dispatcher asked whether they wanted a ladder truck or the police, officials responded they would force entry and requested help from Maryland, D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department. More than 15 minutes later, responders radioed that CPR was in progress. Wow. FBI agents were on site at Graham's home Sunday afternoon as part of the effort. Lindsey Graham, no longer with us. Mitch McConnell, we have proof of life. Senator Mitch McConnell is alive. Conspiracy theorists claim McConnell had suffered a heart attack. Some even claimed he was no longer alive and his death was being kept hidden. But he issued a statement Sunday and provided proof of life, a photo of himself smiling alongside his wife, Elaine Chao, now that she's back from China, taken from his bed in a rehabilitation facility. The 84-year-old said he was recovering from a fall and a case of pneumonia, would eventually be returning to work in the Senate. The June 14th fall left him unconscious. My doctors confirmed I didn't break any bones or suffer concussion. I didn't have a heart attack or stroke. I didn't have any tremors or hemorrhages. Briefly unconscious, taken to the hospital. Questions have been swirling around Mitch McConnell's health for weeks. Oh, Lindsey Graham did not become wealthy off of his career now. Yeah. He's also a lieutenant colonel in the Air Force Reserve. Yes, Heidi. When you scream racism all the time, you're like the little boy who cried wolf when there's no wolf. Eventually, people just quit listening. They devalue the term racism, the concept of racism. The World Cup has delivered a Final Four for the ages, claims the Wall Street Journal's Joshua Robinson and Jonathan Clegg. With France versus Spain, England versus Argentina, the tournament has boiled down to the top 4 teams in the world for the first time in its modern history. When the World Cup kicked off a month ago, the gargantuan 48-team event was billed as the equivalent of 104 Super Bowls. But it turns out this tournament was actually played out like another classic institution of American sports. With Cinderella runs, a sprawling bracket, and surviving advanced drama nearly every day, it's clear that what we've really experienced is a summer version of March Madness. And this one is delivering an epic Final Four of blue bloods who have all proven they can go the distance: France, Spain, England, and Argentina. Never before in the modern history of the World Cup have the top 4 ranked teams in the world all reached the semifinals. It's even more remarkable is in the fact the largest field ever means that each have played an extra round. That's one extra opportunity for a fluke, a referee's decision, or a Cape Verde to break through against them. What makes this lineup so compelling is that the two semifinals couldn't feel more different, with something for every kind of sports fan. One side is France versus Spain, a highbrow matchup of soccer purists. The other is England versus Argentina, a shot of pure adrenaline straight to the veins. The first semifinal in Dallas on Tuesday pits two of the most technically and tactically sophisticated teams of the tournament against each other in a duel that feels more like a chess match. Led by Kylian Mbappe and his 8 goals, Les Bleus have proven to the World Cup they have the most overpowering attack in soccer. With a suffocating defensive match, they haven't conceded in any of the past 3 games. Spain, meanwhile, has allowed just 1 goal all tournament, proving that the guys it brings off its bench are better than the starters on practically any other team in the world. Yep. England versus Argentina is the latest installment of one of soccer's most ferocious grudge match, a cocktail of sporting controversy and colonial history that will be waged by two sides who have chaos balled their way into the tournament, through the tournament. Lionel Messi, 8 goals in this. Well, we'll see. Starting Tuesday. Too young to go, I agree. Yeah, there has been impressive talent, and it's bend it like Mbappe. No thanks. Erling Haaland. That's the guy. That was the guy in this tournament. Yep. And I also have to say that, was it Bellingham, the guy for England? He's been pretty impressive too. Messi's been impressive for his age. Apple's thermonuclear response to the open AI threat. Apple's suit against OpenAI under Tim Cook echoes a familiar playbook. Betting litigation can delay a rival from upending the iPhone era. Steve Jobs declared thermonuclear war on Google's Android operating system in 2010, calling it a stolen project. Now his successor is going to battle against Apple's new and dangerous rival. In one of the last acts of Apple's chief executive before successor John Terrorism takes over, Tim Cook fired a missile at OpenAI. In a lawsuit filed Friday, Apple alleged that senior OpenAI executive who once sat atop Apple's own product design team was involved in a months-long campaign to steal Apple trade secrets. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Apple's been playing this game for years, and it's mostly full of crap. Rosie O'Donnell just can't shut her cake and stay in Ireland. No one wants to listen to her. Nobody wants to listen to her. She's desperately seeking attention, the shrew that is Rosie O'Donnell. She predicts Trump won't survive his term and cites dementia. I didn't realize that Rosie O'Donnell had dementia. She didn't realize that Donald Trump was the president. Actress Rosie O'Donnell said Friday she does not expect President Trump to survive the remainder of his term, telling CNN's Jake Tapper the president's demise is visible and apparent to everyone who is not willfully blind. Debbie Fox, thank you for the $20. Yay! Rosie O'Donnell's dementia is obvious for anyone who's looking. She's a wackadoodle. Yep, she made the remark during an appearance on The Lead with Jake Tapper. Her remarks resemble other prominent Democrats. Illinois' Governor J.B. Pritzker attributed Mr. Trump's rhetoric to dementia. Comments to CNN earlier this month. Pritzker, yeah, buddy. He's up on the Big Macs. Burnout, frustration, and heartbreak. Amazon layoffs take their toll in a saturated job market for IT workers. In the 8-month plus since Amazon announced its most expansive jobs cut ever, laid-off workers have been thrust into an increasingly saturated labor market. People passed the spheres in downtown Seattle. That's June of last year. This guy got laid off. He was one of 16,000 employees. And here are layoffs in tech from June of last year through June of this year. It's been some big months. May this year and April were particularly bad. There's been 4 months with over 30,000 tech layoffs. It's 120,000, so that's quite a few jobs. AI is the reason most often cited for those jobs disappearing. Well, folks, what are the 6 best states to live in? You want to guess? Oh, I'm already not agreeing with this. I'm not agreeing with this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is insane. These people are full of crap. America's best place to live. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here are the best states to live in. They claim. This is CNBC. It says these are the best states to live in. Rosie lost her mind a long time ago. According to CNBC's top states for business, okay, so the best states to live in for 2026, number 1 has a 6-year winning streak. Return to office mandates, a decline in remote work have companies looking more closely at the quality of life in the place where they establish offices. Okay, so according to these scores for quality of life, they use hard data factors like crime rates, air quality, and health care. Okay, cost and availability of child care, state laws, reproductive rights, please. Some states do not make the agreement comes providing a great place for residents to live and work. That's so basically if you ban the murder of children, you won't appear on this list. So they say Nebraska is one of the top states. Really? I've been to Nebraska. Quality of life index 184 out of 290 points. It gets a B. Health and air quality. Massachusetts, what a joke that is. Massachusetts is a tax haven that punishes people who live there. Quality of life 184 out of 290, a B. Health, worker protections, inclusiveness, reproductive rights. Yeah, those aren't real measures. North Dakota, really? No state does better than North Dakota when it comes to availability of child care at a reasonable price. The Peace Garden State has 478 licensed child care centers in a state of fewer than 800,000 people. Average cost is just 9% of the median income for a family with 2 working parents, or half the cost of Hawaii. 186 out of 290 points, a B+. Child care, health, air quality, and crime. Virginia. Please, Virginia's nice, but not that great. 189 out of 290. New Hampshire. Now that one I agree with. Look at that beautiful spot. Lake Winnipesaukee. Live free or die is the famous motto. And the Granite State, the first part of the motto, almost always wins. A broad range of residents live free from discrimination on the state's very inclusive statutes. Oh, so they used in mail-in balloting to count as a quality of life. They have one exception. It's election laws. New Hampshire is one of only 3 states, the others are Mississippi and Alabama, that do not offer in-person early voting. Violent crime is virtually non-existent. 189 out of 200 points. Hawaii is outrageously expensive. Nobody can afford to live there. But it makes it into the list. Low crime, pristine environment, welcoming state laws. But in 2022, they began factoring in the cost and availability of child care. Well, that's part of the problem. 191 points out of 290. Connecticut. Connecticut, please. Wow. 205 out of 290 points. Minnesota, please. It's the strongest guarantees of reproductive rights. Oh my gosh. It's not reproductive rights, it's child murdering. So these are the best states according to them because you can murder children. That's important to them. New Jersey. Oh, please. 223. Health, reproductive rights. Maine. Lowest violent crime rate. Wide range protections against discrimination. 232 points. Vermont, the best place to live. 54% of Vermonters surveyed by Health Foundation reported they were in good or excellent health. Also, they self-proclaimed, so that means it's true. Not. By the state's most recent count, more than 3,000 people are unhoused. Unhoused? I think the word you're looking for is homeless. Abrilos. Homeless. Unhoused. This is bullshit. This is woke garbage. Oh my God. Unhoused. Wow. So the state's spending $83 million of taxpayer money to build homes for those 3,000 people who are unhoused. 233 points out of 290. What a crock. No, it's the whole thing is absolute. Well, the whole New England is picturesque. No, it's complete bullshit. This list. This is all woke stuff. Complete woke stuff. Yeah. No, it's all liberal states, Alex. It's all crap. It's all crap, my friend. It's all crap. Yep. So. Wow, Sophie Cunningham had 20 points tonight. Pretty good. Lexi Hall didn't have any points. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, yeah, here she is carrying the number around. Yeah, they're all losing their minds over that. She's 6'1". She's almost my height. Man. So, in the last 5 games, she's had 9, 9, 2, 9, and 20 points. 27, 29, 49, 6. Average about 8 points a game. It's got to be more than 8, yeah. So, where's the picture of her at the UFC? She's averaging 9 points a game, yep. Okay, there it is. Oh, here we go.
Our referee for the
Oh, yeah, here we go. Whoa, no wonder they're all getting excited. There she is.
Our referee for the co-main event, and Sophie Cunningham, Indiana Fever guard in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark's on-court enforcer, handling the octagon card duties for round 1. Nice of Red, Chrissy, and Brooklyn too.
Oh, they're losing their minds over that. Absolutely losing their minds. It's hilarious. I love it. I love it. The tall 6'1" WNBA star went barefoot around the octagon wearing the black tank top and black shorts, with fans loving the surprise appearance. I love Sophie Cunningham, told reporters after the fight. Revealed the appearance was impromptu, with Cunningham talking to White 8 minutes before she ended up walking onto the octagon side. She was like, I want to do that. I told her, then you'll do it. She was having fun with it, walking around laughing as she held the card and pointed towards Celebrity Row. Then she stopped and posed for the cameras as the fight's first and only round took off. Yeah, Sophie Cunningham. She's awesome, man. We're the best child eunuch laws. What is wrong with Minnesota? Are you serious? Have you heard of Tim Waltz? Ilhan Omar? Keith Ellison? Wake up and make me coffee. Yeah, you turn the volume up from Night Owls. Shall we play some music for him? Ann Arbor's nice. Ypsilanti's Michigan. That's all right. Should I declare non-resident status to SARS? I mean, can SARS legally pursue me if I don't inform them residing states? Neff, I don't know how that works, but as far as I know, you've got to tell them. So, I mean, I don't know how you're going to do that, but yeah, it's got to be done. Yep. Otherwise, they can give you a back tax bill. You can sort it out, but anytime you're involved with South African courts, it's going to go on for years and cost you a fortune. So just get it done. Yep. I take it Helgard Kotze is in Minnesota. Well, come back with that question in January and February. What's wrong with Minnesota? And we'll see what you say. Hey, Michael Paro, what's going on, man? Picard, excuse me. Yeah, that's all crap. That freaking, that nonsense just isn't true. Oh, what isn't wrong with Minnesota? Well, it's a beautiful state. I mean, lots of lovely terrain up there. Land of 1,000 lakes and then some. Yeah. So anyway, there you have that. Let's see. We're back on track now with the internet working again. That's good to see. Oh, my South African spy story climbed up 25,000 views while I was offline. Slowed down a bit now. Yeah. Basal cell sarcoma removed from my cheek. Ouch. Good luck with that from the meadow. Careful on your drive. Depends on what survey you go with. I'm looking at one here that says New York's first. Another one says New Jersey's first. New Jersey, Florida, Colorado, Utah, Massachusetts, Wyoming. Wyoming's 6th in education. That's amazing. 14th in pre-K, number 2 in higher education. That's shocking to see that. U.S. News World Report gave me that one. Mississippi is affordable. Lots of places are affordable. It doesn't mean they're ideal. Donnie Vuto, what's up? When are we having our interview? Have you sent me a note? Too cold. Halfie is her husband say. Oh, excuse me. Miss V's in Chicago. Okay, mixing you up, Miss V, with someone else then. Chicago. My kind of town. Not really. The art museum is pretty cool, though. Their gift shop's a little pricey, but the art museum's nice. Enjoyed that. So I was in Chicago a couple of years ago. Let me see if I can find that. I wonder if that's here. Cool. So let's switch to photos. Come on. There we go. Let's go to Chicago. Chicago. You're out of storage. Yeah, no kidding, Sherlock. I'm aware of that. Chicago. Let's see which one. I don't think this is what I'm looking for here. Nope, that's not it. That was when I froze my butt off in April. Let's see. Here we go. So, yeah, here we go. Let's go to the Chicago stuff. You guys ready for this? Here we go. So, this is from what used to be the Sears Tower in Chicago. Now it's the Willis Tower or something like that. There you go. See the canal in there? A couple boats in it. Looking out over Lake Michigan. Rail yards. Amish. That was a bit surprising to see them there. That's a cool photo, huh? Look at all the little boats down there. No, Rugby Pass, you can watch games that aren't region limited, and you don't need a mobile. You can do it on a PC. Good night, Spook. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys special me too. Yeah, Debbie, I'll be back on rugby this weekend. Yeah, it is pretty hot. But look at that curved building there in the center left. Pretty cool, huh? That one's a good shot right there. That's a good shot, too. More of them. I answered that question yesterday, Louis. You have to be a green card holder to join National Guard active duty. Depends what your desires are. There you go, looking north from the tower. There's UBS. I like that one. That's a good shot. Forget why I filmed that. This is in Chicago. There's the E elevated train. I wrote on that. It's pretty cool. A gay flag up there. That looked kind of nasty, so I took a picture of it. Trump. There's Trump's building. Vax Shy Nation. COVID vaccine. Bite me. Prudential Insurance. This is the art museum. We got a gay pride flag up there. What does that have to do with the art museum? Somebody getting married. Some of these pictures didn't come out. I must have rushed. That's pretty awesome. That's awesome too. It didn't come out very well at all. That's really cool. With ivory inlaid. That was incredible. That was incredible. Oof, the pictures are terrible. There we go. Must have been rushing. Oh, that's the medieval weapons collection. Yeah, here we go. Electors of Saxony. Swiss guards. That's Teutonic Knights there. Teutonic Knights. Oh, these pictures came out very poorly. I didn't realize they were that bad. Problem is the glass was tough to reflect off. Let me jump ahead a little bit here. Oh. So I went to the Chicago White Sox game. Beautiful ballpark. This is the new Comiskey Park. Went all around the stadium. I always do that every game I go to. Okay, let me jump ahead a little bit here. Here's the famous water fountain in Chicago. If you watch Married with Children, this was always in the beginning. Love and marriage, love and marriage. Anyway, that's the famous water fountain in Chicago. Historic Route 66. And there's the Art Museum. Oh, it's Sir Elton John. The Hilton. And the moon. Is that it? Let me see. Oh, then I was coming back. Then the next time I was in Chicago, more recently, the gentleman in the ball cap with the blue jacket on next to the police officer from Chicago is none other than former Vice President Mike Pence. Nobody at the airport recognized him except me. The guy walked right by him. Didn't even walk by the president. There we go. Mike Pence and I. There's the airport in Chicago. Mike Pence. Vice President of the United States. He gave me that coin. Look at the legroom I had on that flight. Yeah, bo. A little space there. You see how tight the seats are? Thank God nobody's sitting next to me. Yep. Anyway, that's Chicago. That was September of last year. Yep. Yep. Anyway. Let me delete this. This doesn't need to be on there. Alright, damn, refrigerator finally stopped making noise. It was annoying. Anyway. Oh boy. There we go. Yeah, well, it's not terribly so tall. It just sucks in the plains. That was a funny TV series. Yeah, Christina Applegate. Yeah, Light Rain, what a chance meeting. The other time I was in Chicago, I'm walking through the airport, and I paused to look at something for a few minutes, and then I picked up and took off. And as I came through the center of the airport in Chicago, guess who comes out? Hey, Colonel Wyatt. Hello. Hi, I'm Mike Tyson. Took a picture with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. Yep, remember that? That was in Chicago as well. Yeah, the Chicago airport, I meet famous people all the time. Pretty cool. Got to be observant. Nobody else knew it. Now, Mike Tyson people recognized. Oh, he had 3 cops with him. No Secret Service, just Chicago cops. No Secret Service, Light Rain. He had no Secret Service. That might be his choice not to have a detail, but he had no Secret Service detail. Vice presidents don't get the same treatment as presidents. Yep, but there were 3 Chicago cops there. Yeah, the IRGC is a threat to the world. All right, Amelia, have a good day. Yep. So that was pretty cool. This is Memorial Day. I'll show you Memorial Day. Here I am Memorial Day with the guest speaker this year. That's the current Army uniform he's got on. I've got the previous one. Along with my veteran's cap. That's a good photo there. And there we are firing. Rifle salute. We fire 3 times. Pretty cool, huh? Here is my meet and greet in Maryland, in Rockville, Maryland. Take a bite out of crime. Here you go. Check this out. That was my meet and greet in Rockville, Maryland. 2, 3, 4. Over 60 people there. 60 South Africans. That was in Rockville, Maryland. Yep. Pretty cool, huh? Had a few repeats because some of the people from Riverdale were there too, but also a lot of people that were new I hadn't seen before. It was May 17th, Rockville, Maryland. Take a bite out of crime. So this one is in Orlando, Florida. Meet and greet. And this was in, which one was this? Oh, this was in Tampa. A lot of really cool people I get to meet. A lot of neat people. This one was, which one was this? I'm getting confused. This was Tampa as well. Or no, this was St. Petersburg, yeah. There you go. And this was another one, so this was in Tampa as well. All from the recent trips in May. Where was this one at? Oh, this one was in Harrisonburg, Virginia. There you go, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Not everybody got in the picture. Some people didn't want to get in the picture. And this one was in Richmond, Virginia. Mad Max and Co. Not everybody wanted to be in that picture, so. Yeah, and then this was with the Campbell brothers. That's at King's Dominion with the Campbell brothers. There's Fat Man. Where's this one at? Oh, this is in Buffalo. This is in Buffalo, New York. Sully Sono from Soweto, the Southwest Townships. How you doing, man? There's Jared and his roommate, man, in Erie, Pennsylvania. Columbus, Ohio. Upper Arlington, to be exact. I met them in Tampa. They're now in Ohio. Okay, Ninny. Okay. I hope they got their driver's license in Florida before they went to Ohio, because getting one to Ohio is a pain in the butt. And then this is in Pittsburgh with Levi and Bruce, the service dog.
Okay, Bruce, heel. Yes, good job. Bruce, watch me. Switch. Yes, good. Bruce, watch me. Center. Yes, good. Front. Front. Yeah, front. Good. front. Yes, let's go. Yes, heel. Good job. Orbit. Go orbit.
So well
Go on,
trained.
let's go. Go on, let's go. Yes, good boy. Bruce, watch me. Good. Down. Sit. Stand. Down. Front. Good. Down. Sit. Stand. Yes, good job, Bruce. Spin. Yes. Good. Turn. Yes, good boy, Bruce. Up. Good. Come this way. Up. 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 Back. Back, back, back. Yes, good boy. Oh, I dropped one. Brucey. He has to find the one I dropped. Let's go. Come on. Bruce. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Bruce, heel. Heel. Fancy. Up. Good.
Fancy.
Up. Good.
I
Up.
love the fancy. That's so
Sit.
cool.
Heel. I don't know where I am with the camera. Heel. Bruce, back. Sit. Good. Back. Watch me. Back. 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 Good boy. Good. Yes. Fancy. Up. 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 Good boy. Up. Sit. Yes. Good. Bruce, down. Good. Okay. Bruce, heel. Yes. Good job. Bruce, watch me. Switch.
Bruce, the service dog, man. Yeah, he's a lot of people's favorite refugee. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Bruce, the service dog. Yep. Where's this one at? I'm trying to remember where this one's at now. Oh, this is in Texas. This is in Dallas. Okay. Anyway, I think it's enough of that for now. You guys don't need to say more of that. You met so many people. Do you remember all? No, Debbie, I don't remember all the people. There are people standing up, but I mean, that's over 1,200 here. I had, probably 1,800, 2,000 come to my meet and greets last year. Try that with a cat. Well, some cats can be trained. No, it's not a stupid question. You need to mail something to Milwaukee from Arkansas. Do I need to buy stamps or something? Just go to the postal service, take your envelope with your letters in it, and they'll weigh it and send it first class. You can have a return receipt. You can send it certified mail, so it's signed for. It costs more money. Or you can do the express delivery, which is, I don't know what they cost now. It used to be like $10, but probably more if they're important documents. And then that has a tracking number on it. So you got lots of different ways to do it. Just explain to them that you're not from the U.S. and, just need to know how to do it. So, okay? Yeah, Debbie, I meet so many people. That's really cool. Your closest neighbors are 160 kilometers away. Where the hell do you live? Hey, Tiki, how's it going? Gerald Harris. Open reservoirs. Who's coming in for a landing? A reservoir is a body of water. What are you talking about? What's the thing with the coins? It's called a challenge coin. So here's a few of mine. So challenge coins became a thing in the 1980s in the Army, and then they've just spread and they've gotten out of control. So a challenge coin is something that was given for excellence, but now they just hand them out all the time. So this is from the U.S. Embassy in Nouakchott, Mauritania. So from Marine Security Guard Detachment. Nouakchott, Mauritania. This is U.S. Army Africa. Based in Vicenza. 2-star commander, U.S. Army Africa. This is awarded for excellence, presented by Colonel Al Rumfrey, who's a friend of mine, and is Office of Chief Security Cooperation with Embassy Monrovia, Liberia. He gave this to me. He was my successor, and he gave me one of these for excellence. Military Intelligence Corps of the United States Army, of which I was a member. So the idea between the challenge coin, is if you've ever got one back before everybody had one of these things, is you carry it in your pocket. And if you're in a bar or something like that, someone could challenge you. If you didn't have it, you got to pay. So this one is from the Commandant General of the U.S. Army Security Assistance Command. 2-star general gave me that one from the Security Assistance Command. They've gotten more sophisticated over the years. They used to be simple. This was given to me by the Secretary of the United States Navy, Ray Mabius, when he came to Ethiopia. He and his team were a real pain in the ass. Arrogant, privileged little shits. This one is from, I can barely read this under here now. I can't even read anymore. This is one of the air... This is one of the Air Force groups, special operations or something like that. So, this is from United States Army's J.F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center and School. These are all given to me by people for excellence of my contributions. These are all individual awards, except the military intelligence when I bought that one. This is a class of 2014, Army War College, their coin. This one is the Security Cooperation from Foreign Area Officers Association. I was a member of that, so I got one of these coins. This one's just United States Army Colonel, just because I'm a colonel. That one I bought too. This is United States Air Forces Europe. This is from the command chief. So not the commander, but the senior enlisted guy gave this to me for excellence. Hey, Martin, what's up? Yeah, I'm glad we have nice streams now, too. This one is from United States Army War College, class of 2017. That's another one. Students give you these things because you are their instructors and they love the work you do. This is a really cool one. I can't read which one this is, though. Marine Security Guard. Oh, this is from South Africa. Yeah. This is a cool coin. This is from Marine Security Detachment. So all the Marine Security Detachments now have these things. But this one's South Africa. Marine Security Guard Detachment, South Africa. Yep. U.S. Embassy, Pretoria. That's a pretty cool challenge coin. Yep. This was, I don't even know which one this one is. It's a NATO coin of some sort. This is from the Office of the Inspector General, United States Africa Command, the IG, for investigations I helped them with. So, this is kind of a cool one. I can't read where it's at. U.S. Embassy. It's so small on here. This is from Marines as well, but I can't figure out which one this is. I don't know if it's Djibouti or whatever. I think it might be Djibouti, but this is Marine Security Guard Detachment coin. They get a little carried away with these. Marine Security Guard Detachment. MSG. This one is from Air War College, class of 2015. So Air War College gave me this one because they came to Ethiopia and I helped them with their trip, so they gave me a coin. This is from the awarded for outstanding service, Major General Edward Leacock, mobilization. This is Defense Intelligence Agency. So I got that from General Leacock, 2-star. This is for him and I going to a trip to Botswana, an intelligence trip, to follow up on the intelligence training program I set up years before. Naval Postgraduate School, Monterey, California. So that's this one here. This one is from the Air War College, their capstone exercise. They gave this to me for excellence. That's nothing there. This is from, it's just an Army one. United States Army Africa, another one for excellence. This is from the Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Africa. United States Navy, Special Forces, SEALs gave me that one. Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, Bethesda. This is because of the Ebola research and the HIV programs I ran in Uganda. They gave me that. These are coveted ones. Very few people see something like this. Oh, this is a fraction of the ones I have. So many downstairs. This 4th Marine Division gave me this one. Yep, they cover Africa, and I worked with the Marines in Africa, so they gave me this one here. Gung Ho, 4th Marine Division. This is presented for excellence, United States Force Protection Detachment, Uganda. Special Agent, Office of Special Investigator, Department of the Air Force. OSI. Their badge on the back, and Force Protection Detachment. We also had one in South Africa. Never get a coin from them, though. This was my coin. Yep. Hang on. Got it in a little plastic bag here. Protect it. Oh, no, that's not my coin. Sorry. It looked like it. Oh, this is from a company. Bridge Tech Court gave me this. I'm sorry, that wasn't my coin. Yeah, they gave me that one. Sorry. It looked like my coin inside the plastic. Same size. Okay. Well, this is... so this is from a government contractor too for outstanding performance. Yeah, so this is a contractor. Siemens gave me that one. See, these corporations get in on it too. It's crazy. Here's another Marine Security Guard detachment one. This one's Ethiopia. You take it out of the plastic because it's easier to see when it's out of the plastic. I hope you're not boring you with this. Okay, so USMC birthday ball. This is, they made one for the birthday ball. I mean, that's not really what the intent of these things are. So there you go. It's Ethiopia. This is quite a crazy coin. So yeah. You spend time in the military, you wind up with these things. Yep, I have tons of them going back to the 80s. And I never actively sought any of these. These people just hand them out to me when I do a great job somewhere. Oh, here is SEAL Team 2. Yeah, this is from SEAL Team 2. Naval Special Warfare. SEAL Team 2 gave me that for the work I did with SEAL Team 2. That's pretty cool, huh? Okay, this is another Marine Security Guard detachment. This one's from Malawi. The warm heart of Africa. This one's kind of cool. I like this one. This is from the 101st Airborne, one of the brigades, 101st Airborne Division. That's cool, huh? Yep. Oh, and this one's numbered. I have some that are numbered. This is 138. Number 138, it's engraved. So, yeah, that's a cool coin. I got that for going to Fort Campbell and teaching. These are condoms. I wouldn't use them. These are at least 15 or 16 years old. These are, it says, protect. Sequata Hili. These were condoms we came up with to encourage proper sexual behavior in Botswana. Tinky says it's not at all interesting. Well, I'm sorry, it's boring. Anyway, that's a small collection of ones I have. I mean, I've got many more. These are ones all from Africa for the most part. Well, my last couple tours in Africa that I earned or were given to me. They add up to a lot of weight. You can imagine. Thank God the government pays for my household goods to be shipped. I pay a fortune for these things otherwise. But I have a lot of them that are rather unique that people just don't have. Secretary of the Navy. And then I have the one, of course, from the Vice President, which is pretty cool. Yeah. A lot of people have these things that sit behind them, these huge collections, these boxes you put them in. I should probably do that one day, but the boxes have gotten so expensive, I might just have to make my own. Just haven't gotten around to it. So you can see that while these are important to me, people like, you're so full of yourself, you're always self-promotion. Really? They're in this plastic bag stored on the bottom of the shelf. And the only reason that they're up here is because people asked me about them several months ago and I had them out. Citizen concern? I don't know, Karen. I don't really watch her much. FIFA World Cup gold coin. Well, that's nice, Utopi. Cool. Oh, El Marie thought it was interesting. Cool. Last Domino liked it. When and where is your next meet and greet? Well, Debbie, right now I'm on a pause for meet and greets. I've got some other things to take care of. I will be announcing my meet and greets, and I intend to have a bunch of meet and greets over the next, probably in August I'll have a bunch of meet and greets. And then in September we'll be having some meet and greets. Probably in September it'll be, the near-term ones I'm still working out, but the September ones will probably be in Milwaukee, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, but it depends on how many people are there, and then a few other places, yeah, so. And then in October, I intend to go to New England. Yep. Well, thank you, Tracy. And yeah, I forget just how many I have and what they're all for. I get so busy I don't have them out. But that's just the stuff. I got a whole box downstairs full of another one that weighs about 5 kilos. It's a lot of weight. Eugene's hoping for a meet and greet here in the U.S. soon, okay? Well, they're challenge coins. They're not really coins, though, so. Yep. Okay. So a couple people didn't think it was interesting. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't really mean to bore you. Tracy Mercer enjoyed it. So how we doing? Got a little bit of super chat revenue. We got 111 likes. That's nice. About just about an hour and a half. Should be a medal for enduring Facebook cockroach. Yeah, Facebook, but YouTube, and for the abusers. Yeah, I should get a medal for that. No doubt about it. Bunch of nasty people out there. I'll wait till I do my latest video. I'm really going to have some haters coming now. When I finish this, I'm recording a video about the I-602 form that is being promoted. And I'll just to whet your appetite about what that is, let me just show you very quickly. So this is the form. Let me zoom in a little bit there. The I-602. I'm going to make a video about this here shortly. So that is application by refugee for waiver of inadmissibility grounds. Okay. And this form is valid till March 31st of next year. Who can use it? Who should not file it? I'm going to cover that. Also going to give one example of how people are disqualified. So, yeah. Communicable diseases, waiver for immunizations, vaccines, protect the public health of the United States. Immigrants must be vaccinated. Oops, hang on a second. Immigrants must be vaccinated against diseases such as but not limited to mumps, measles, rubella, polio, tetanus, diphtheria, toxoids, pertussis, influenza type B, and other diseases. Yep. Well, last domino, you actually have to have the coin on you at the time. So, and I know people have some pretty significant collections of those things. No, I've never cleaned these coins before. I would never do it. So I don't know the surface. Some of the stuff will come off. Poor South African families left high and dry. Well, okay, first off, obviously you don't know anything about this channel. You're not allowed to use all caps. That's rude. So that message is removed. Come on, YouTube. Play nice. Oh, come on. Angie, you can't use all caps. No one's left high and dry. No one's left high and dry. And poor who? What do you mean poor? As in unfortunate or poor as in wealth? Well, people refuse to take vaccines and they made themselves ineligible. Pretty simple. I told people that last year. You don't want to take a vaccine, they don't need to come here. We don't need to import pestilence. Oh, I wouldn't pay $3,000 either, Joey. Challenge coin. Virtual Western Cape, they're called challenge coins. Yep. What I should do is take photos with some of them and then use AI to create something. That'd be cool. Have a good day, Angelique. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Eugene, it looks like the internet's working for now, but I've still got a technician coming on Tuesday, so I didn't cancel it. Yeah, it really pissed me off. They didn't get things done. Yep. You're welcome. They're called challenge coins. I wonder if we look that up, what it says, challenge coins. Challenge coins. Yeah, here we go. So here you go. Challenge coin, also known as a military coin, unit coin. Now they're or commander coin. Yeah. Challenge coin and commander's coin is a small coin or medallion bearing an organization's insignia or emblem carried by organization members. Traditionally, they might be used to prove membership to organization or a commemorative award. They are collected by various people as a form of oxynoma. That's a word. What's that? Oh, numismatic items. Okay, other than money. Okay. Exchange and recognition of visits of an organization. Variety, shape, size often include pop culture references, include superheroes. No, I don't have any of those. Pre-World War I, post-World War I. Challenging. The tradition of a challenge is connected to the history of challenge coins used as a way to prove identification. There are no formal rules how challenge may occur or punishment for not being able. Well, you have to buy drinks. That's within the United States, most units within the military have their own challenge coin, which they issue to members. Coins are also issued by military bases to mark certain commemorative events. U.S. Presidents. Challenge coins issued by U.S. presidents date to the late 1990s. White House Communications Agency has issued challenge coins for foreign heads and military presidential visits. Yep. Yep. Here's Joe Biden with his ridiculous collection. He never did anything. Look at all his coins he has. So, see? Look at that. That demented lunatic has a bunch of them. Yep. Media, business, and education. Like I said, even some of these are doing them outside the military now. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Switzerland. Switzerland even has them. The challenge coin tradition was introduced to the Swiss Armed Forces by American officers on training missions and for the Office of Organization, Security, and Cooperation in Europe. Yep. Coins have come into use by various Australian and New Zealand political leaders, senior officers, and NCOs under the influence of presentations from American personnel. Several hundred types of New Zealand challenge coins have been produced in recent decades. UK, exchange officers and British military visited U.S. units in formation in recent decades often presented with challenge coins. So we're spreading this all over the world. Pretty cool. Yes, everything was a challenge for Joe. Well, she doesn't have to believe the denial letters, but Tracy Mercer, she's an ignoramus. Who is harming people by giving them false hope, and I'll be making a video about that shortly as soon as this is over. She can say what she wants to do, but she's going to wind up in court for her slander and character assassination and defamation. She needs to shut her cake hole. I've warned her politely, but she doesn't seem to take the hint. It's not me that's coming after her. Other people are going after her soon for her behavior. She's not very bright. She doesn't believe the denial letters are real. Good for her. She can be stupid all day long. Once again, I already analyzed the letters and said they were genuine and got it correct. And in yesterday's newspapers in South Africa, they indicated that the State Department told them that the letters are legitimate. U.S. authorities confirmed the authenticity of the letters to rapport. Spokesman Zach Collar said the program to resettle refugees was continuing. Yep, they are real. And she can deny it all she wants. She can mislead people with her nonsense. And she can say what she wants about me, Tracy Mercer, but the fact that she's a dingbat lunatic is not my fault. That's her fault. And people who listen to her rubbish are fools. They are. And many of them are just cock-prodding liars who come on and spy on my channel and go over and spread lies about me and misstate things and state things out of order. For instance, the little liars on that little platform over there in her Facebook hate wankers group have said that I claim that people who got ineligibility letters were all criminals and liars. No, I didn't say that. I said that most people have made themselves ineligible by their actions in the past or in the recent past, distant past. That's what I said. And I said it includes things like that. Other people made themselves ineligible by refusing to take vaccinations. Others made themselves ineligible by applying for status from outside of South Africa. And others made themselves ineligible because both of the adults in the nuclear family have safe haven passports. You're not eligible. And others made themselves ineligible because their conduct on social media. I said all these things throughout the course of the past year. You know, if she wants to be a dingbat doorknob, that's on her. Are you here trying to get a reaction from me, Tracy? Anyway, enough of that. But I do need to make a video about this whole nonsense and what's going on here. People giving false hope. So that's going to come up. Eugene, I didn't know Professor G made a video about her. He told me he was going to make a video. When did he make the video? I haven't seen it. I'd like to see it. Those who are following her are opening themselves up to disappointment. She's very nasty. And if you follow nasty people, you're sure to fail with them. I like that. Yeah, she doesn't have a full. She doesn't have a full picking it back. So that's for darn sure. You're right about that. Okay, hang on a second here. Let me look and see if Professor G's got a new one. He said he was making one, but I don't see one about her. I don't see it. He said he was going to make one. Anyway, I missed it. No, she's a few loads shy of... You know, for the better part of over a year, this wackadoodle has lied and defamed me and slandered me, and she's been wrong about everything. She was wrong about green cards for refugees. She was wrong about asylum status, which she claims to be an expert on. She was wrong about migration. She's been wrong about me taking money from people. She falsely slandered me when she's the one who's asking for money for her halfway house. She was wrong about the denial or the ineligibility letters. She's wrong about the I-602. She's wrong about everything. There's not one thing that this dingbat was actually correct about. She's just complete lunatic. But morons follow her and hang on her every word because she tells them what they want to hear. Oh, he should be annoyed too. And he's a lawyer. He should sue her. He should join the lawsuit that's coming against her and just sue her. Just sue her into oblivion because she slanders people all the time. Yep. Eugene, it wasn't necessarily about her, but people saying he called them criminals and nasty names as well. Yeah, no, I didn't either. That's because those idiots go onto her Facebook page and they say that. And they think that we don't see this. But we do see this. Which video is he so annoyed in? I don't know which video that is. Yep. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. She's telling what they want to hear. Yep. So somebody sent me something recently to give me a hard time, claiming I doxed somebody. I didn't dox anybody. It's just total bullshit here. So someone sent me this earlier or previously. Let me see if I can find this really quickly. Okay. All right. So this is what I got from somebody recently. They, some bullshitter from that group went and did a research on me on AI. They used Google's AI. So this is a screenshot of what they did. Okay. So they researched me. About me, Colonel Chris Wyatt. So they used this, which is factual, and then lied about me. Advocacy. He acts as a liaison and support system in South African refugees who have already settled in America, assisting with the realities of relocation, emphasizing the importance of accurate documentation to avoid being scammed by fraudulent agencies. Media and public awareness. Wyatt speaks out against social media doxing and misinformation campaigns working to protect the privacy and well-being of families who relocate. And this scumbag circled that and then sent this to this person and said the following. Check this. Hypocrisy. Maybe confront him on this. He didn't protect your privacy, now did he? Now this is about the person who out-migrated, went back to South Africa. I never mentioned the person by name. I never gave an address. I never gave a phone number. I never gave an email address. I never described the person's offspring. I never gave the name of the offspring. Never said where the person lived. Never said any of that. I never doxed this person. In fact, I took a step even further and refused to give the name. Giving the name isn't doxing. I never doxed this person. But this hate wanker that's in that group on Facebook took this and did an AI and then took the truth and said I'm a hypocrite because she's claiming I didn't do that. Well, just nonsense. Just utter nonsense. I'm so sick of these stupid people that pull this bullshit. They're really not very bright. Really not very bright. Just not very bright people. I mean, what do you do with idiots like this? You know, I mean, how do you respond to this? Listen to podcast clips. What is this? Oh no, FM. I don't know what the hell that is. What is this? LONO FM. Never heard of that before. LONO. Okay. Iona FM. Am I on here? I don't recall giving them permission to publish my podcast. Oh, Biz News put it on there. Oh, wow. Well, let's see. I mean, these are all from business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 appearances on business, and then just dumped like yesterday's waste in the rubbish bin. Oh, well. Their problem, not mine. Their loss, not mine. Anyway, yeah, so that's the kind of crap you put up with, you know, in this world. Anyway. No updates. Yes, I will be there. Did you not watch the video, Sinbad? Sinbad Carl, did you not watch the interview? I did an interview with Ernst Rutz. Let me find that very quickly here. We just did that interview the other day. Here's the link. Yes, I will be there. It was covered in this. It was covered in the live stream, so... Oh, Heidi, yes, yeah. If people are really honest with themselves, they'll know why they got an ineligibility, right? Right, she pops up in every group, and she's only there to defame people and give bad information. Insanity of disillusion, okay. Yeah, no, I never gave any. Never gave any doxing information. Yep. And it's like, because I knew this person's real name. That other clown who attacked me and called me a C word repeatedly when I never even talked to the person because they wanted Rob Hersoff to, give them a job. That's not my fault. Rob didn't give a job. You're a loser. He doesn't have any need for you. So they attacked me. Smokes regularly, also applying, got an ineligible letter. He's too high to be upset. Okay, got it. Okay, wait a second, Mike. Why are you doing an intake questionnaire for your wife? You do one for your family. I'm confused. If you're an eligible person, you do one and your nuclear family goes in there. Why are you doing another one for your wife? Did you not include your family in your intake questionnaire, Mike? Do I have to come to Nelsbrook to square you away? Oh, Tracy says, nope, not at all. Just a loyal follower to you. Thank you, Tracy. By the way, if you guys are in that Facebook group, don't out yourself. Just keep listening. Keep taking screenshots. Don't write anything because they're vindictive people. They delete you. The only people we delete from here are people who troll and people who are abusive. People have different opinions. We listen to them all the time. Yeah. But they don't listen to different opinions. They'll block you. If you question them or if you point out their lies. So I think the woman really needs some health evaluation. Oh, no, she definitely has a major crush on me, just like the Sloot guy. Yeah, he's got a gay crush on me. Yeah, he so desperately wants some of this. Sloot. Yeah, they definitely want some. Yeah, but it's not on offer, so they'll have to go without. Yeah, I heard there was an interview recently, if you want to call it an interview, but I don't watch that program, so. Babyface Cutie, how you doing? How's your walker holding up? Pretty good? All right. Truth should never fear examination. The Wyatt Army is into that. Hey, D. Thorne. Well, it's time. Ooh, almost 1,000 views here. We're 999. Debbie's laughing. Where are you laughing, man? Let's try that song again. I love that song.
Resistance. Resistance is futile. Yeah, man. Turn down the noise and listen close. Truth now hide forever. Hey. Colonel in the house.
Colonel in the house.
Wyatt Army, stand up.
Stand up, Wyatt Army. Take a bow.
Legacy media all around.
And they lie.
Headlines spinning round and round.
Nothing but lies.
Selling fear from town to town.
Hysteria from the media.
Trying to keep the people down.
And it works.
Lies and fake news every day.
Every day.
Misinformation on display.
It's their style, misinformation.
Disinformation lights the way. Leading sheep so far astray.
Leading the sheep by their nose.
Little lambs in line, trusting everyone in sign, marching where them say is fine, never asking who designed. Truth gets traded for political gain, again and again and again. While ordinary people feel the strain, caught in somebody else's game. Resistance is futile,
them say.
Just obey what you're told today.
Just listen to what they tell you to do.
Waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way. Resistance is futile, them cry, while their stories never quite comply. You can see it with your own two eyes. Truth lives on,
it never dies.
Them divide people left and right, turning neighbors into fights, clouding up what should be bright, hiding facts out of sight. They use people then discard, push narrative strong and hard. When the evidence leaves them scarred, them simply move the goalpost yard by yard. Cognitive dissonance in the air, contradictions everywhere, yet some still pretend not to care. Like
but they don't care.
Emperors got close to it, but our movement's growing every day.
Every day we're growing.
Not from hate, just folks who choose to investigate before it's far too late.
Resistance is futile, them say.
Just obey what you're told
Today.
But the people waking up anyway, and the truth keeps finding a way.
Resistance is futile,
them cry,
lies.
Truth lives on. Hey,
It never dies.
Come and get a daily dose of reality.
Right
No
here.
hysteria, no manufactured tragedy. Take a little break from propaganda and insanity and step into a place of clarity. Inoculation against fake news infection. Yellow journalism without direction. Question everything, make your own inspection. Truth should never fear examination.
That's right.
Join the kernel, hear the story. Without all the money, facts should glory. Facts before ideology. That's the art of honest reporting. The Wyatt Army isn't just a name. It's ordinary people in the game.
Good luck, Neff.
Thinking freely, not seeking fame. Refusing to be led by shame. Just chill, relax and hear the scene. See what all the headlines mean. Objectivity sharp and clean like a river flowing crystal green. No need for panic, no need for fear. Take a look and make it clear. When the facts and evidence appear, the signal rises through the smear.
Resistance is futile, them say.
Yet more people question all the same. Searching truth beyond the frame and refusing to play the game.
Resistance is futile, them cry.
People knocking on reality's door, seeking facts they're looking for and finding what they can't ignore. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Truth shines brighter than
We're the Wyatt Army.
confusion. The noise fades, the facts remain. Colonel Chris and the Wyatt Army, keeping it cool, keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Resistance is futile when the truth is coming true. Fade out. Truth, 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 truth. Ooh, truth, truth. Ah, da, 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 da. Truth, 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 truth.
Truth should never fear examination, ladies and gentlemen. Truth should never fear examination. Good luck, Neff. Yes, we are the Borg. Resistance is futile. Reagan in the morning always makes for a good start of the day. I don't disagree. Colonel, kan ye langam dance? Well, I can dance properly, but I'm not sitting here. No. I invited that person on the channel last Domino for an interview. Person came into my chat a couple months ago, and I said, hey, here's the other thing. Person can't take a compliment. I gave that idiot credit for things that she didn't deserve credit for a couple of times, and she just attacked me. She's just an asshat. Extraordinary asshat. Yeah. And when she's, well, whatever, I'll just leave it at that. I'll let the people that are taking her to the cleaners do that. That's not my business. Anyway. All right. Truth making its way to light. Need more and more people waking up. Still, we have many, many more sheep. Yep, we have sheep. We have sheep. Yep. Can you bring a walker on your flight over? Yeah, sorry, Skuman. Yeah, as far as I know, you can. I see people board planes with walkers all the time. Yep. I was allowed to board with my cane. It's a gift from Garrett Gillich, who seems to be scarce lately. Garrett only comes on occasionally now. This is one that Garrett made for me with a serpent's head and very good quality and a nice horn. That's an actual horn there. So, yeah. Babyface says, I'm very thankful for what you and the Wyatt Army did for me. At least I have some ability. Can at least go to the road. Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. So this was an awesome gift from, and it's angled. So it's really great because it's not straight. See that? So it's got a bend in it because that's the horn. So, yep. And this is great. Yep. Oh, there are sheeple out there, folks. By the way, thanks to all you here tonight. This is courtesy of you all. This was quite a nice thing to get last year, so pretty cool. 100,000 viewers. I don't hold that up very often. Thank you all for that. Yeah, cool beans. I don't know if he's trying to realize you can't deal with a death cult, but hopefully he has. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. We went over 1,000 viewers tonight, but we did stay a bit longer. Thank you for the super chat revenue, 142 likes, 134 people still here, and those who watch it later tonight. All my knowledge of the program has come from watching the Colonel's videos, and you've not been steered wrong. Yet that scumbag attacks me all the time. Anyway, so, yep, she did earlier today, and that's why Professor G's had enough of her stupidity. He's not the only one. Lots of people have had enough of her. Anyway, good night, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm Babyface Cutie. I'm glad you're getting around. Okay. All right, everybody. I'll be making a video here shortly, and hopefully I'll have it up before 2 a.m. so I can get to bed. I've got to set up the streams for the morning. Don't forget, we got 2 refugee interviews on Monday. One with an anonymous person in New England, and the second one with Hannes, film with Hannes, which will be at 2. So 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 South Africa time, followed by the news, and then another refugee interview at 8 p.m. South Africa time, 2 p.m. here. All right? Thanks, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't done it. See you later. Cheers.